Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and keeping well. Today, we'll start with the first component of the cell, that is the plasma membrane. It is also called as the cell membrane. This plasma membrane is the outermost covering of the cell. Okay, it separates the contents, all the contents which is inside the cell from the external environment. This plasma membrane or the cell membrane, it is present in both the plant cell as well as the animal cell. This plasma membrane is made up of proteins and lipids, and it is a selectively permeable membrane. Okay, why it is called as a selectively permeable membrane? Because this plasma membrane, it allows the entry or exit of only some materials into the cell. That means it does not allow all the materials. All the materials cannot get inside the cell, okay, or it cannot go out of the cell. So if any material has to get into the cell, or if any material has to move out of the cell, it is decided by the plasma membrane. Okay, so that is why it is called as a selectively permeable membrane. So that means it prevents the movement of materials to enter inside and go out of the cell. Clear? And how does it do that? Because this plasma membrane has got several pores, very tiny pores. Okay, it is made up of very tiny pores, so materials can move in and out of the cell. Now, how does the movement of substances take place in the cell? You all have studied about how carbon dioxide enters into each and every cell of the body. You know that carbon dioxide moves out of our body, and oxygen enters into the body. And how does it happens? See, substances like carbon dioxide, okay, it moves out of the body by the procedure called as diffusion. Okay, now what is diffusion? Diffusion is the movement of substances from high concentration to low concentration. Now that means diffusion takes place only if any object, just now as I told you, like for example carbon dioxide, okay, carbon dioxide, it will move in and out of the cell in only the condition where the concentration is high. Okay, now for example, if the concentration of carbon dioxide is very, for example, if it is high inside the cell, this is for example a cell. Okay, now if the carbon dioxide level is high inside the cell as compared to outside the cell, so what will happen if it is very high? So all the carbon dioxide will move from inside the cell to outside the cell. Why? Just now as I told you, because in the process of diffusion, the substances move from a region of high concentration to a low concentration. So as I told you that inside the cell the concentration is high, and outside the cell the concentration is low. So the carbon dioxide will move from inside the cell to outside the cell, and same can take place. Okay, if the concentration is high outside, what will happen? It will get inside. If the concentration is high outside, it will move into the cell. So this process is called as diffusion, and this diffusion, it plays an important role in gaseous exchange between the cell. Okay, this plays an important role in gaseous exchange. Just now I told you gaseous exchange involves the movement of carbon dioxide and oxygen into and outside the cell. So this is again done by, you know that our body is made up of millions of cells. So it can go in and out of the cell only through the plasma membrane. Now, not only gases, water also obeys the law of diffusion. Okay, just like carbon dioxide and oxygen moves in and out of the cell, in the same way water also moves in and out of the cell. That is the water molecules also. Okay, so now the movement of water, okay, water molecules from high concentration to the lower concentration across the selectively permeable membrane. Okay, selectively permeable membrane is the plasma membrane. This is called as osmosis. Clear, children? So actually osmosis is also a kind of diffusion. But what is the difference? Diffusion involves gaseous exchange. Okay, and osmosis can be seen in the water molecules or movement of water. So you can say that in a way diffusion and osmosis are same, but diffusion shows gaseous exchange. It is that is from the higher concentration to the lower concentration, and osmosis is the movement of water that is also taking place in the same way, that is from a region of higher concentration to a region of low concentration, just like gases. Okay, now if we put an animal cell or a plant cell into a solution of sugar or salt, what you have to do, you have to make a sugar solution. You all know how to make a sugar solution. You have to just take water, add sugar, or if you have to make a salt solution, you can add salt in it and you can make that solutions. Now if you put any of the cell, okay, any of the cell, you can take the example of raisins. What is raisins? Raisins means kishmish. Okay, so for example, if you take raisins, okay, and if you put it in a sugar solution or a or a salt solution, what will happen? Now we will see that how water moves inside the cell and outside the cell. Okay, that is movement across the plasma membrane. Now if we have to see movement across plasma membrane, only three things could happen. Okay, that means if we put any of the cell inside a sugar solution or a salt solution, any of these three things could happen. Okay, now first of all, if we take a hypotonic solution. Now what is a hypotonic solution? A hypotonic solution means the solution, that means if the medium surrounding the cell, that means, see, I have taken a tumbler here. Okay, this is a tumbler full of water and this is a cell, any cell you have taken. And what will happen if the medium surrounding the cell has a higher water concentration? If this is higher water concentration, okay, than the cell, that means it has got more water. So what will happen? The cell will gain water by the process of osmosis. Just now I told you what is the process of osmosis. Osmosis takes place in water. Okay, water shows osmosis. So what will happen? This cell will gain water. Why? All the water will move into the cell. Okay, because the concentration is more here. So what will happen? This cell will gain water and it will swell up. Swell up means फूल जाएगा. It will become bigger in size. Okay. So what is happening in a hypotonic solution? The cell will gain water and the cell will gain water and it swells up. Clear? Then we come to another solution, which is the hypertonic solution. Now what will happen in a hypertonic solution? In a hypertonic solution, if the medium has a lower concentration of water than the cell, that means cell has more water. Cell has more water as compared to the outside medium. ठीक है? मीडियम बाहर के मीडियम में कम है, सेल के अंदर ज्यादा है. So what will happen? Again, by the process of osmosis, whenever there is higher concentration, here water concentration is more inside the cell. So what will happen? The cell will lose water to its surrounding. Okay, यहाँ से पानी पूरा बाहर जाएगा. So what will happen? When the water will move outside into the medium, this cell will shrink in size. सिकुड़ जाएगा. Clear? So this kind of solution is called as a hypertonic solution. That means here what is happening? The cell will shrink in size. The cell will lose water. Okay, the cell will lose water and it will shrink in size. Clear? Then we come to the isotonic solution. What is an isotonic solution? Now, if the medium and the cell has the same concentration of water, what will be the net movement? There will be no net movement of water. There will be no movement if both has got the same amount of water concentration. Why, children? Because see, I told you water moves from a higher concentration to a lower concentration. Here both are equal. So there will be no movement, no net movement. It will neither go outside nor it will go inside. Okay? It will not go. So this kind of solution is called as a isotonic solution. That means the cell will remain the same size. Okay? The cell will neither gain water nor it will lose water. That means the cell will remain of the same size. Clear, children? So these are the three conditions. One is hypertonic solution, isotonic solution and hypertonic solution. After watching my video, please children go through the chapter and read it properly and try to understand. If you have got any problem, you can contact me on my personal number. Thank you.